Hello everyone, we're at Leonie's house to make a landscaping installation with the path lights. So Richard, what can we expect, or what do we need to make the installation?
Well, we don't need much. The wiring is very easily installed. You don't have to dig trenches because it's low voltage. You don't need to dig big trenches. You can lay the wires right under the mulch.
Like 2 inch or?
Maximum.
Okay.
So that, you know, if you have spikes or something, you don't cut the wires. You make sure you hide them somehow, but there's no danger. Everything is very simple. You do not need an electrician to do this. Yeah, that's their photocell. We blocked it because we're inside a shed. So otherwise you'd leave that open and it will go dusk to dawn.
Okay.
And there's a timer on the other side.
Perfect. If you don't want to use the photocell?
Yeah, the timer will work independently from the photocell. So if the photocell says, I don't want anything, even though the timer says yes, the photocell bypasses everything.
Okay, perfect.
It leaves the power inside the timer, so it continues to turn, right? Even though and you can remove that timer. You can put a smart
it's a standard
you can put a smart plug. Or if the timer is you have a system completely independent, you just bypass it. You just plug it in and remove the timer altogether.
Okay, perfect. So it converts 120
into 12 volts AC.
AC. And why AC?
Well, it allows us to do longer runs. It doesn't worry about polarity. You don't have negative and positive. So the important thing about connecting this terminal is to twist the wires properly before and make a loop. And then you screw that tight so make sure that this is a very strong connection. Otherwise, this will heat up and the terminal will not be as good.
And we don't need to worry about polarity here?
No.
Okay, so there's no
positive,
red,
negative, and the same thing with when you're connecting the fixtures, you don't have to worry about any polarity.
Okay, so we're just plug that in.
So just to cover the wire, what I did is we ran the wire behind over here because they might want to put flowers or something. So you want to avoid somebody sticking a shovel on the wire, cutting the wire. It's not the end of the world, but you'd rather not, right? So just by removing the mulch, you just remove the mulch and then just push the wire in and put the mulch back up. Yes, just under the grass. It is very lucky because they just put the grass in. Yeah. So we can lay the wire. If you're not in that situation, you just use your blade and you just dig a small trench, a shovel or a half moon, and you just make a slice about 2 inches, and then you stick the wire in.
We are a bit short. We're missing like 15 feet maybe.
Yeah, this is going to be a connection that has to be sealed and really nice so that we don't lose any power.
Okay, so we're using a special wire nut here?
Yes, this one has dielectric inside. It'll prevent any corrosion in the connection that we're going to do.
Here we got a wire stripper, and we need to take the bigger one, or?
You need to take the 12. This is 12 gauge, so you need to line it up with the 12 hole so that you don't lose any strand. This is stranded wire. So you don't want to lose any strands. So.
Okay, and we're ready to twist both wire together. We need 2 wire nuts for that. Normally, what you want to do it with the Twizzlers or tweezers?
A pair of pliers. Could do. I mean, but it's stranded wire. You see how you know it's doing it.
Yeah. And like this, plus I twist.
Exactly.
So the full part here is only to protect, and this is the wire nut.
The wire nut is at the end there. As you can see that the dielectric test is coming out, so it's sealing.
So we got the spike here, we got the posts, and of course the cap. Normally you receive the spike and the post separately, and you can place the spike in the ground without the post if you wish, because for some reason if the ground is really hard, you might want to hammer it down. So you need to see the ground. Remove the mulch like this, you see the ground, and you can use a hammer to go down. But since here the ground is pretty soft, we'll screw it in first because it's gonna help us to just align the thing to be sure that it's really straight up. So now that it's all screwed in, you'll see that the wire is protected inside the post, the spike too. And we're just gonna guess it like this and put the mulch back like this. So to make the connection, we only need those small connectors that we provide. And first I need to separate the wire here. And same thing here.
It's good to, I want to mention something about that connector.
Yeah.
The connector is designed to work with 12 gauge wire.
Yeah.
So if somebody says, yeah, I want to work with 14 gauge or 16 gauge, the connection is not going to be as good. It will make it, but it won't be as good.
Okay, otherwise we can use any outdoor wire nuts or...
You could wire nut everything.
Yeah,
and much more work.
Yeah, much more work.
But I would rather buy the 12 gauge, which is not that much more money.
Yeah.
It gives you longer runs.
Yeah.
You have less voltage drop, and it does a very good job with that connector.
Okay, so basically we just need to open it like this, put one of the wire inside, and you will see there's a small hole here. That's for one of these. Again, it's not polarized, so we don't need to worry.
Doesn't matter which one you bring in.
And when you put it there, you'll see that inside, you see the wire, you need to tap so it goes all the way in.
To the end.
And then I just crimp it like this.
Channel locks. Channel locks are the best to do this.
Okay. And just... Okay, so it's going all the way in the both wires.
Yeah.
The small...
if for some reason you didn't press it down deep enough, the cover won't close.
Okay, like this.
So
it's
you
not
can
deep
see
enough.
it there. Yeah, just hit that a little more. That's it.
Like this. Okay. And this, I will put the cover in.
Yeah.
It's going in.
It has to click in.
Perfect. The same thing for the other one. Push a bit further like this so it's flush. And then after that I can close the lid like this and just put everything inside mulch like this. Good. So we're pretty much done. How long does it stay there? 20 years or?
This is a lifetime installation,
okay.
Especially with LEDs. This particular fixture is completely sealed.
Yeah.
So it will never fail. So this installation will last forever.
Okay.
And you'll be able to move the fixtures if you have to, you know, if the plants are, or relocate them or run another wire.
Okay. And compared to like the small solar one that are really not expensive with the
the main difference is you have to run the wire.
Yeah.
Right. And the other one is that it doesn't really last. It's not meant for our winters.
No.
You have to imagine that you have to get all the energy while the sun is out.
Yeah.
In the winter time.
No energy, not that much.
Not that much energy. Yeah. The sun sets early.
Yeah.
So these things might go on for a little while, but most of the time they recommend you take them out.
Oh yeah.
So you have to take them out during the winter time. And if you leave them there...
That's not the case with that?
No, never.
Okay.
You run them all winter.
Okay.
With the snow, it's a beautiful, beautiful scenery. And so and not that I'm against any solar, I think this system could run off a solar panel. Yeah,
big solar panel on the roof. Yeah.
With batteries. I mean, this is all possible.
Yeah.
But it will give you light. Where the other things are gonna glow.
Okay, so like this is like 450 lumens per lamps.
Yes.
And it's 360 degrees, so it's not too big.
No.
It's not too small too, because
but it will light up.
It will light up.
So and it won't. You won't actually. This fixture, you won't even see the source.
Yeah.
Because it's completely shielded. It's dark sky, really, and it will do a job forever.
Okay, and compared to how many lumens for like the small one with the the
Think
batteries
about 10,
and the
20 lumens.
10, 20 lumens for the solar.
Maybe 40. You know, I'm not keeping up with this, but basically you need a big enough solar panel.
Yeah.
The cap, and then they have to be in the sun, right?
Yeah.
So if you have a garden that's in the shade, that's it. You
Yeah.
can't have any lights in there.
Yeah.
So it's an inexpensive, but not a I mean, it's not environmentally friendly.
No, I used to have that like for 1 year.
You throw them out.
Yeah.
And it's full of contaminants. I mean, it's not.
Yeah, I get that.
I don't think it's a good permanent solution.
Yeah. All right.